So I don't remember if I've done a video on this tomato before, but it's one of my favorites. This is a little underripe, but it's almost ripe. It will be a little yellow when fully ripe, but this is called a green zebra tomato. And this is some people that are that have tried like tons of tomatoes. This is ranked as one of the best flavored tomatoes. It is, yes, it's green. It's called green zebra. It will have a little bit more yellowing, but the flavor is just incredible, like sweet and tangy and just delicious. So I would definitely recommend you grow this. And it's productive too. I've already pulled a lot out of this, and I've done nothing to this plant again, basically. This one is called, this plant, look over here. You can see those wasps right there? Those are the guys we're talking about, the predatory insects. They could care less about eating your vegetables.
Or stinging you.
Yeah, those are, I don't even know, those are probably native wasps, but they hang out on these plants, these pollinator plants, and then they eat the bad guys too. Like, so. That is really, that's our pest, it's our police force, our pest force, basically. And we've got another spider right here. We've got, this is how big, actually stevia can get bigger than this, but this is stevia right here. It's super easy to grow. You should definitely grow stevia.
Sweet.
It's sweet, it's easy to grow, it's like.
You want a sweetener for your coffee or tea, you could just put a leaf.
I haven't watered this at all. Stevia is super easy to grow, so I really highly recommend it. This is lemon verbena, and I really recommend growing this too. This plant has the most lemony aroma of any plant in the entire world besides lemon. I wish you could smell this. It's like
I'll smell it for them.
It does like smell ridiculous.
No, you can't have it back. I want it.
This is what you want. You like your house cleaners and stuff to smell like.
Yeah.
You know, if you're.
I wonder if it'd be a good house plant.
It's so awesome. Lemon verbena. It's very easy to grow. It makes a great lemon tea. You can make new plants from cuttings like this.
Really?
Yeah. You stick that in the ground basically, or stick it in some water and it'll root.
Wow.
It is an annual, so it will die every year, but you can grow it. You start it, you put it in the ground in like May, late May, and it will grow to be a big plant.
It's amazing.
By the end of the year. So we've got, this is native agastache. It's small this year, but it will get really, really big. And so another strategy we have in regards to pest prevention is plant natives. We plant a lot of natives because your native predators are used to certain plants, right? So. And actually native plants do a lot better here. So we plant a lot of them. This is called mullein. Everyone knows that. This is a different type of mullein. This is the biggest mullein you'll ever see. Like, look at that. I've never seen a bigger mullein. But that's what happens when you have really good soil. But this next year will
be massive.
Yeah. This is what's called a biennial plant, which actually is the same as cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, all those. They make a rosette, or the vegetable in the first year. A rosette is the leaves on the ground, and then the second year they will send up a big stalk with all the flowers. And mullein, everyone knows mullein. We've made a video on it.
I love mullein.
We were going to collect the seeds from this anise hyssop. We've got raspberries, and don't be afraid. I mean, until you really know what you're doing, I wouldn't recommend planting raspberries right in the middle of your garden beds, but once you have a little bit of your experience in your belt in regards to growing raspberries, they're pretty easy to contain. In fact, what happens is we'll have one like this, for example, in the spring pop up over here or over there, and we'll dig that up and sell it. So we make sure that this raspberry basically only ever stays right here. We've got more beautiful flowers. This is a coxcomb. It's one of my favorite flowers of all time. You can eat the leaves. It attracts beneficial insects. It's beautiful. And once this goes to seed, a lot of times it plants itself everywhere. So you should grow this plant, coxcomb. It's just
beautiful.
Yeah. We've got, this is a quince tree. A quince is a relative of pear and apple. And the thing about it is it looks like a pear and apple, sort of, but you have to cook it. It's an old time fruit that has grown a lot in Europe. but it does really well here. So, like I said earlier, we grow fruits that do well here, regardless if they're popular or known or not. Got more tomatoes, more tomatoes. We've got more raspberries. This is how I'll show you how to, if you want to propagate raspberries, you take the tip, put it in the soil, and that will make a new plant. What will happen is it will root right there, and then you'll come back and cut this, and you have a new raspberry plant. We've got French tarragon, more spiders. This is a apple tree. This is a apple tree. We got lavender. This is a small. This is a small, a dwarfing raspberry that I'm probably going to remove. It doesn't produce a lot. I think it's more of a novelty than an actual producer. This is a fantastic plant right here called garlic chives. Regular chives, we grow those as well, but they have a circular. Everyone knows regular chives, but this one has a flat leaf, and it's pungent garlic flavor. Super easy to grow. It will. It's super easy to grow. Doesn't really need much water. I don't do anything to it. It's garlicky, huh?
Yeah.
And it will make beautiful flowers in the fall, white. This is these are blackberries. This is true hyssop, not anise hyssop. This is Hyssopus officinalis. And this is one of my favorite smelling plants in the whole entire plant kingdom. It makes a great tea. My gosh, that smells like heaven to me. I love it. That would make a great deodorant. That smell, I think.
Yeah. I didn't like it when I first smelled it, but like I've come around over the years. I kind of like it.
Right here we've got another mullein. We've got 2 apple trees here, and I want you to know something about these apples. These apples I purchased. They're good varieties for here. There's only a few varieties of apples that you can grow here without spraying, really. Like Liberty, Arkansas Black, Williams Pride. And you're going to get ugly apples if you don't want to spray them, but you'll still get apples. But these, they are of those varieties, but they were cheap. They were in pots forever. And as you can see, they're not doing as good. So the plants that we're going to be selling from this is what are called bare root plants. And so typically when you have bought a fruit tree or a plant, it usually comes in a pot. And ours will not be like that. We will actually dig the plant out of the ground and wrap it in newspaper and either ship it to you or give it to you like that. And let me tell you why it's a lot better for you to plant a bare root plant like that versus a potted plant. A potted plant, when you grow it, the roots, everyone's noticed this, when you've taken one out and the roots will just be all mangled up, a big mess. It's what you call root bounce.
Okay.
That is not natural. That plant's roots are not intended to grow in the shape of that pot, right? They want to grow as their natural self. And so when we dig that plant up, we grow the plant in the ground and dig it up for you. It has its natural root system. And so when you go and plant that plant, I challenge you to do this next year in the spring. When you plant a bare root plant and plant a potted plant, you will see the difference. You will see a huge difference. They grow much faster, much more vigorously. Even if you plant a smaller one, a smaller bare root plant will outgrow and do much better than a potted plant. So it's not new, but it's sort of new to people, this idea about bare root plants, but that's what we're doing because we know it's the best way. And so we're gonna have to get you all acclimated to it. So that's why we're talking about it now. Bare root nursery. That's what we're doing. We're selling bare root plants. We've got more beautiful flowers. We've got raspberries. Oh, here you go, Cheyenne.
You sure you don't want it?
Go ahead. We've got strawberries.
There you go.
Strawberries are super easy to grow. I highly recommend strawberries. More spiders. See, spiders are so good for your garden. They're just They don't want to eat your vegetables. But see, and a lot of this stuff doesn't look that great right now, but what our purpose is this. All of those are seeds for feverfew in this case, which feverfew is a
Great medicine.
it's a medicinal herb. It's a beautiful flower. You can still see some of the flowers.
Oh, that's a special one, isn't it?
Yes. But it's a medicinal herb for headaches and nerve pain, basically. We've got oregano right here. We've got, and a lot of times what we do, if our compost bin isn't there, you see I just picked that weed and I threw it right down. That is what's called basically chop and drop. And when you have living soil, when you have microorganisms in your soil, you will be surprised how fast that will go. I throw that here and they actually eat it. I'm feeding the micro herd by doing that. They will devour this. We should come back in like a couple days and see what it looks like.
Okay.
But right here we have an awesome ground
Row
cover
7.
plant. We have a awesome ground cover plant. I've talked about this many times, but it's such a great plant. It's called Spilanthes, the toothache plant, or the fisheye plant in this case, because it looks like a fisheye. But basically, if you chew this plant up, it will numb your mouth, make you salivate, and give you a great feeling. And once it's done, it will make leave your mouth feeling like minty clean.
You want to give an example?
I do not.
No,
But we're
thanks.
saving this for seeds, so you can see right here.
See, they're going.
Look at all those seeds.
Wow.
See, and this one's really easy to save seed from.
That's awesome.
See,
Wow.
and but what I'm doing right here, these will more than likely pop up. This type of garden is very conducive to volunteers. Volunteers are plants that you didn't actually plant by either sticking a plant in the ground or a seed. They do this. They drop their own seed and then they plant themselves. You're funny. We've got more raspberries. This is a plant next year I'll show you. It will have beautiful blooms on it. It's called meadow sage. I see spiders in there right now. This is a lemon balm, and you can see the little insects on it everywhere. This is a different type of lemon balm than regular lemon balm. This is mandarin lemon balm. It smells like mandarin oranges.
It kind of does. It's
Yeah.
got more of a
Smells
citrusy.
more like mandarin.
I mean lemon citrus,
Yeah.
but like an orangey citrus.
Yep. And
Wow.
this plant is a medicinal herb for the herpes virus, believe it or not. Whether it's on your mouth or wherever else it might be. But it's also a calming herb used for like anxiety and whatnot. So here we've got blackberries, and I don't recommend planting blackberries in the middle of your garden unless you know what you're doing. But let me show you something about blackberries. So blackberries, they send up a cane year 1, and year 2 is when they fruit. They fruit on that cane. And so I'll show you a secret. So I'll teach you something so that you can get more berry production. So as you can see right here, look, this cane right here came up from the ground, and I cut it right there. If I didn't, it would be going super tall. And that's because every plant wants to reproduce, basically. And the blackberry, the way it reproduces is by tip layering. So it will touch the ground like that and it will root. So it will grow really tall, fall over, and tip root. But when I cut this right here, I don't give it that opportunity anymore. It is no longer tall, it can no longer fall over and tip root, but it still wants to reproduce. So what does it do? It says, okay, if I can't reproduce by tip rooting, I'm gonna have to reproduce by seeds. So what it does is it sends out all these lateral branches. You see all these lateral branches? And on lateral branches is where fruit is. So there will be tons of fruit all over these lateral branches. If you were to leave just this one long tall cane, you get a little bit of fruit at the top. But if you cut it right here and don't allow it to do that, it tells itself, oh my gosh, I need to reproduce by seeds, so I need to make a lot of berries. So I'm going to send out all of these these lateral canes to fruit on. And so you get tons more fruit if you top your blackberries about right here or even right here. Like, and this, I can even do it right here. It's too much, really. You get so many more berries like this. You only actually need like 1 or 2 canes, you can see, but that's the trick to get more berry production in regards to blackberries and raspberries.
Nice. What is this?
This is a pepper.
Oh, that's a pepper.
Yeah, that's a pepper.
There they are.
This is a persimmon. That persimmon that Cliff gave us. This is
Nice.
a variety that from Cliff, England, who is the best persimmon grower in the entire world. In Berea, Kentucky, his orchard is called England's Orchard. I highly recommend him.
Literally the best orchard ever.
This persimmon right here has a name of H120, but it's gonna be this massive persimmon. And like I said earlier, I'm going back to the thing of we grow a lot of fruit that are not exactly common right now because they do really well here in Kentucky without maintenance. Persimmons are one. Obviously, they're native to here, so we grow a lot of persimmons. They are super easy to grow. You don't have to do hardly anything to them. This is a type of agastache. It's beautiful. Stand you back up. We've got a lot more dwarf zinnias, black raspberries right here. These are called black cap raspberries. They're little mushies, and those guys are really good for your garden. And you can see
Look at the whole
spiders too.
ecosystem.
There is an ecosystem down there. I don't know what those turds are from, but it's probably
I
something good.
I was curious.
Back here we've got carrots all along this row.
Look at
And
these zinnias.
we've put these beds here to fight weeds under the fence because weeds under the fence are super annoying. So a way that you can fight weeds under your fence is by putting a thick layer of chips under your fence, or compost and chips if you want to grow along it. But these are candy cane zinnias. They're just, look at that.
I know, these are gorgeous.
They
They're
really
probably
are.
one of my favorites,
They're
actually.
beautiful. This right here is,
There's some more dwarfs.
yep, this is echinacea. By the way, zinnias, whether large zinnias or dwarf zinnias, are the most beginner-friendly flower you can grow. You can plant them from seeds. You don't have to plant a plant. They bloom all summer. One thing I'll give you a tip: when you see them start doing this, in our case, we're gonna usually leave these because we're saving them for seed. But this is called deadheading right here. Take this off, and they will bloom more. You can see these new blooms coming. But zinnias, I really highly recommend them. We'll have a lot of different types of zinnias for sale. Super easy to grow. Echinacea, super easy to grow. A lot of people know this. This is a potent medicinal herb for the colds and flus and whatnot. Your immune system, and it's beautiful. Attracts a lot of beneficial insects. So what we could have been doing, just like that one, you can deadhead these for more blooms, but we're saving these for seeds, so we don't really care. We've got celery. This is savory. This is an underrated.
That's my favorite.
This is regular savory, not
Regular.
lemon savory. But savory is a culinary herb, also medicinal. But it's a culinary herb that you typically find in like Thanksgiving and Christmas spices.
I say it makes everything taste like holiday.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's kind of like a mixture between thyme and oregano a bit. Thyme, oregano, and rosemary mixed all in one. It's really awesome.
With its own distinct flavor. Yeah. It's like a turkey.
It's called winter savory. It's super easy to grow, drought hardy. So we'll be offering the seeds and plants of this actually. We've got walking onions right here. Walking onions, let me show you this plant. They are basically a scallion plant. So you eat these, the green leaves. You can dig them up and eat the bulbs, or you can eat these bulbs on top.
Really?
Yes. They're super, they're like the garlic of onions. They're super powerful. But what you do, why they're called walking onions is because they will grow these greens, and at the very tip, they'll develop these little tiny mini onions, you see? Like they're little mini onions. And what they will do is they will fall over from the weight, and they will plant themselves, hence walking. And they will grow up, and then they'll fall over. They'll grow
You
up,
can see
they'll
they
fall
all
over,
lay
and they
like
walk. So I'm gonna gift you these, Cheyenne.
Thank you.
They're strong.
Add to my collection.
They're really good. But we'll probably eventually be selling some of these
Mm-hmm.
bulbos because they're a really awesome crop.
One of my favorites.
This is basil, and basil. Everyone knows basil. It's super easy to
Delicious.
grow. I'd really highly recommend it. A lot of green, leafy stuff does not do that great in the summer. Basil does. You can make salads with it. You can make pestos. It actually attracts a lot of beneficial insects. Believe it or not. Look at these tiny, pretty little flowers. It's super easy to grow. Haven't watered this. Haven't done anything to it. Got persimmons. More of these zinnias. Tomatoes. This right here is called a che fruit. C-H-E, are also known as mandarin melonberry, and it's in the mulberry and fig family, and it's most closely related to hedge apples.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was picking your shadow.
Okay. Well, it's most closely related to hedge apples. You know those things that you always saw your mom, those big brain-looking green fruits that you saw your mom put in the corner of your house to deter ants and stuff? This fruit actually looks exactly like that, except it's small and it's red. And it's native to China, but it must be from an area similar to ours because it does fantastic here. No sprays, you don't have to do anything to it, and the fruit, we'll put a picture on there if we can. They're these little red juicy fruits that look like brains, and they taste like a mixture of watermelon and fig. They are just awesome.
They're so good. And
They're
they have
really
like
good.
what, almost like this like white creamy substance come out
that's latex,
like
I think. So when they're not fully ripe, they'll have that white stuff just like a fig and a mulberry actually. So but
It's
we've got
delicious.
more peppers, purple peppers. This is called these are called jujubes, and I'm going to show you over here these are the ones that you can get away with letting fruit a little bit in the first year. They need cross-pollination, and here I'll show you the fruit right here. See, got some fruit on here. These are called jujubes, and they also are very uncommon here, but they're super easy to grow. They don't require any maintenance, any spray, anything like that. And they make these little kind of pear or apple shaped fruits. And you can eat them at this stage, or you can eat them when they ripen further and basically they shrivel up on this to look like a date. They're called Chinese dates. So, but you need a few for cross pollination. So we've got 3 here, but they're so super easy to grow. Jujubes, I highly recommend them. We've got patty pans right here. Patty pan squash. We'll be offering seeds from these. Patty pans are actually, I believe, the oldest form of squash, or at least they were used by Native Americans. And I'm gonna pick this one. You treat them exactly like a squash or zucchini. They just have a different shape. They're really good. I think they're more disease resistant, more pest resistant.
I like stuffing them.
Yeah, they're awesome. Over here we have a dwarf mulberry, and actually you'll see from this point out, we don't have any compost. This this over here, we've done what's called back to Eden method, where it's just pure wood chips. So we laid the cardboard down directly on the grass, and about this much of wood chips. This method is not as good for growing vegetables, but it does fantastic for perennials. So you can see you can grow vegetables in it, and I'll show you. Like, I'll give you an example over here. Basically, you have to dig a hole and mix some of the native soil in there with good potting soil, and you can grow stuff like zucchini. Grows really well this way. It never dries out. Like it never dries out. Like, you see, it's so moist, and this has not been.
And is this sheet mulching?
This is called sheet mulching.
Sheet mulch.
But Paul Gauci in Washington, they made a documentary on this, like, I don't know, 10 years ago now, called Back to Eden Gardening.
Nice.
And that documentary doesn't explain it perfectly. He's kind of he's a little bit I don't know the word, but he doesn't always explain. He gets really hyper and doesn't always explain everything perfectly all the time. Maybe I'm a little bit like him, but basically you don't want to do this for vegetables, really. Not really. Unless you let this sit for like 3 or 4 years, then you can do it with vegetables, but not first year. But you can do it with perennials like this. These are elderberries, and I just dug a hole, put that in, and these are elderberries. Elderberry. 2 different types of raspberry.
Elderberry.
This is persimmon.
Oh, that's a persimmon?
Yep.
Wow.
Persimmon. Got more elderberries. This is called Myoga ginger. It's a type of ginger that is cold hardy to here. Except the vegetable is not the roots, it's these little flowers that come up, unopened flowers that come up about right now. My other garden, I think I made a video on it actually. You can check it out. But it's an awesome plant. I highly recommend growing it. More elderberries. Eventually this will be like just a big elderberry patch right here.
And raspberries.
And you can see we've left a little bit open because we're not exactly sure what we're going to do with this space yet. We're going the compost bin's over there, but like this is a development. This is just first year. This is verbena, and again with the echinacea and the zinnias, you could, when you see these start to go brown and less purple, you can pull them off and deadhead them. But we want to collect this for seed, so we're not doing that. But as you can see, it's a really cool plant. It's got a unique structure. I kind of call it the skyscraper plant. Look at that big long thing that holds itself up. This thing attracts more butterflies than anything I have in the garden. There'd be butterflies.
Even more than catnip?
Yes, there will be butterflies all over this. Butterflies, bees, everything. And it's really beautiful. But beware, it can self-sow. So, if you don't want it to self-sow, you need to pick this. Pick it before and not, because look at all the seeds right there.
Wow.
That's good in our,
That's wonderful.
good for us because
wow.
we're going to be saving the seeds. But if you are not on top of your weed game, then be careful with this. This is another che fruit, or mandarin melonberry. We've got more carrots. Let me pull a carrot and see what they look like this time of year. That one's poopy. That one's not too good either. But I haven't been watering these
They
at
look
all.
good.
These are alright. They're edible, but I wouldn't sell these. But they're purple carrots. For no water, pretty good. Got more dwarf zinnias. We got, look at that thing. Dwarf zinnias. You should grow this plant. It's the most beginner, again, it's the most beginner friendly flower you can grow. And personally, I like growing the dwarf ones. This is called profusion zinnia. It's a dwarf that has this glow, this circle.
I like that.
This spherical shape to it. Versus that one over there. A lot of zinnias can grow up really tall and just get lanky everywhere. But this one, these dwarf zinnias keep this shape.
Can you save the seeds from this one and it will grow back like it does?
Yes, we're going to be offering seeds from these. They come in many different colors, and we haven't watered these. We haven't sprayed them for pests. We haven't done anything to these. So a very easy flower. Zinnias, dwarf zinnias. We got figs.
Normal.
You can grow figs here. It's a little challenging because they die to the ground every year. But then they re-sprout and they fruit on that year's growth's wood. So you can grow figs here. These are trying to make figs, but I'm not letting them because it's early in its life. This is another one of those anacistips, and you can see bees all over it. They don't. They just love the sow plant. They don't even care to fly off if we're here.
Unless you wave around.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. We've got a compost bin in the corner right there. And then we've got all this land behind us that we anticipate just continuing to expand. We're going to have a greenhouse over We're gonna have a greenhouse over here, and we'll see how it goes from there. But yeah, this is Taylor and Cheyenne from Rain Grace Nursery, and I know this was a little bit long, but I hope it was entertaining and I hope it was informative. Thanks.